Hello YouTube. So today I was getting ready to record a video about moving around in gendered spaces, sort of the bathroom dilemma and that kind of thing, on the recommendation of my girlfriend. And I remembered that I had recorded this video at my old house, but I didn't get to post it because I was having computer problems and it sort of got cut off before I was able to finish up the video, so I didn't get to post it as is. But I'm going to include it today. Partly because I think there's value in the analogy that I'm going to present. Partly because I think I look really cute in this video, and I'm vain. And partly because I don't like to waste anything. And I hate having to re-record something, and I really liked the way that the environment looked in this video. So I'm going to present that here. You may see a chop edit or something here and there, just because I had to clean it up. But yeah, so let me know what you think about the analogy that I create in this, and the idea of non-binary gender people as badass bikers. So enjoy, and let me know if there's anything you want me to clarify, and then I'll work on the other video afterward. Thank you so much. Hello YouTube viewers, or shall I say students. Today I'm introducing a new segment, or new feature on my channel that I am calling Brinformational videos. I just want to take a few minutes to sort of pick a topic and give a moment of education or a possible new way of thinking about something. Oh, there's too much reflection from the monitor on my very fake glasses, so that affectation is done. Besides, I think you got the point, right? Sexy teacher? No? Anyway, so I wanted to talk a bit about non-binary gender identities. I think it's difficult sometimes for binary identified people, so cisgendered people and transsexuals who identify only with a single, or at the extreme ends of the gender spectrum, to understand that there are people who don't identify there and don't want to identify there and can't live there. So they sort of need a way to conceptualize non-binary identities that, sort of put them at ease. So I was driving around the other day and I came up with this analogy. Now, I don't know if this is going to work the way that I think it does in my head, so I'm going to share it with you, and then you guys can tell me if this is something that you can use. So, if we imagine life as an interconnected series of roadways, and all of these roadways are things that you use in your life to get from point A to point B, but they're all different aspects of yourself. So one roadway is going to be your race, and another is your socioeconomic class, and then another one is gender. So some of these roads are, rougher, some are easier, some are smoother, some have a lot more ups and downs, but they're all going to get you from the beginning of your life to the end of your life, and these are, so your life is a roadway, right? And there's all these other things that are vehicles. So in this analogy, your gender is a vehicle, right? So life is a roadway, and this is, all of the people with genders who are traveling down this roadway. And almost all of these, a very, very large number of these, are four-wheeled vehicles. So, these are like the binary gendered people. The majority of them are going to be cisgendered people. So, like, cars. Let's say cars are cisgendered people. And pickup trucks are transsexual people. So they're all four-wheel vehicles. They're all people who live on the edges of the binary. So they identify either male or female, and don't, there's four wheels, that's it. So it's really easy to look at a roadway and think that there's only four-wheeled vehicles on the road. And to forget sometimes that there are other ways to get from point A to point B along that gender road. Things like semi-truck or 18-wheeler trucks and motorcycles, or buses jumping over motorcycles. There's a lot of ways to build a vehicle that have more than four wheels or less than four wheels. The road is big enough to accommodate all of these vehicles. And, people outside of the binary are still traveling on that same road. We're still using gender. We're just using a different gender vehicle than everybody else. But it's the one that we know how to drive. It's the one that makes us feel safe behind the wheel. And the fact is, when you're in a four-wheel vehicle and you look out and you see a semi-truck or a motorcyclist or a London bus jumping over a line of motorcycles, you tend to drive differently, and you look at them with suspicion because they are different, and their vehicle is different from your experience, and you don't think you could drive any of those vehicles. So, outside the analogy, in real life, I can't drive a bus, I can't drive a semi-truck, and I can't drive a motorcycle. I can only drive a four-wheel vehicle. So, when I'm driving down the road, I get really cautious around these other vehicles that I don't know how to control, that are outside of my realm of knowledge. So, I think that gender works the same way. Most people are driving along in their four-wheel vehicles, and they're in a car or a pickup truck, and then here comes somebody zipping along on a motorcycle, and they get freaked out because they don't know what that motorcyclist is going to do. Or here comes a big semi-truck flying down the road, and that, they're a lot different. Their control scheme is a lot different, and how long they need to stop is a lot different, and their ability to turn is a lot different from what you have, and what you're used to, and what you and almost everybody else on the road is used to. So, you look at them with a little bit of suspicion and worry. And I think that that's what cisgender people and transsexuals do with non-binary people. So binary identified people. They understand the road is made for them, for four-wheel vehicles. And so those of us come around on, these unconventional vehicles, scare the pants off of them or the skirts off of them, and they don't know how to cope. And so we get a lot of grief from people in, cars about the weird motorcycles that we're driving. I guess if you really want to stretch the analogy, you can say that bigender people like me drive a motorcycle and a four-wheel car. But see, I'm the one with the bumper sticker that says "Start seeing motorcycles." So that's my big fun analogy that I came up with about gender, and I think, or about genderqueer identities and non-binary identities. I think it holds up. Let me know what you think. So that's where it cut off. Let me know what you think. I think there's a lot of value in the analogy of gender being this roadway that we all travel down, and we all have different vehicles as a way of expressing our gender. And binary versus non-binary. I think there's some good information in there, but I'm not always the clearest speaker, so I don't know that I teased it out quite well. Let me know what you think of the Brinformational videos idea. If it's really hokey and bad, just tell me. I'd rather not be hokey and bad. Hit me up at all the usual places. Go to Formspring, formspring.me/BrinConvenience. I'm on Twitter, @BrinConvenience. I'm on Google Plus now. I don't know if that's a thing, but I'm Brin Convenient there. Send me an email, brin@bygender.net. Come join us on the forums at bygender.net/forum. And, you can create your own journal there where, you can keep everything to yourself. You can share it with the world. Just go to bygender.net, select create a journal, and use code TubingU when you're asked. Other than that, that's all I have. So until next week when I discuss, the bathroom dilemma and moving through gendered spaces, I really appreciate your time. Thank you.